What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey guys, here again with you, and we're going to be talking about basketball again. Today's quote of the day is "Only hope remains." All right. So again, when you're experiencing something in basketball in life or whatever, all right, you have to keep that hope inside your soul, hoping that you can make it, hoping that you can keep going. Okay. All right. For the workouts today, I don't know if you guys are still doing them. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are doing our workouts. Again, there's a lot of stuff to be had. Limitless Hoops is the book, all right, and we talk about it here every single day. I'm going to keep talking about it until this thing grows, baby. All right, and my goal in life is for more people to try harder at basketball. All right, I know that. Let me see. For workouts in person, that's what you're normally used to. All right, but because of the pandemic, I invented this thing where we do the workouts online, and I know how lame that is because I know you guys hate doing Zoom stuff and things like that. But all I know is that gym time costs a lot of money. All right, what's up, Leandre? And I know that many programs they can't afford to charge you too much money because then you wouldn't do it. So basically, what ends up happening is most programs go 2 days a week. All right, and they're not doing that to sabotage you. They're doing that because if they charge you more money, your parents wouldn't pay it. All right. So what basketball players need to do is they need to go 6, 7 days a week if they want to be great. But again, since no one can afford all that gym time, it ends up being 2 days a week, maybe 3 days a week if you're on an amazing team. All right. So to combat that, I created this. And this is for you guys to be able to supplement the basketball that you're not getting. All right. And also, for practices, a lot of the times teams just want to practice stuff that will make their team win. And that's standing still, learning plays, and beating it down. And I am not going to lie to you, that does win games. But if you don't get better, those will be the only games that you'll ever play because future teams won't want you because you won't be good enough. So while winning games does matter for the psyche, other things like that, and knowing how to win games is a skill. Learning how to do more things basketball was like dribbling, shooting, being quicker, faster, stronger, etc. Those things are even more important because it gets you to the next level. All right. So that's what we're doing, and that's why I'm doing this, and hopefully it can catch on. All right, so that players aren't just going to be working out those 2 or 3 days. Some people just 1 day. Some people no days. All right, I'm going to teach you guys to do the right things. All right, first things first. Elementary school, you guys have swoop, layup, chase. For swoop, layup, chase, you're going to start from the wing, and someone's going to be behind you, or we can actually do it from someone in the opposite corner. So this is when you drive in as fast as you can, and then someone sprints out from the corner, and they try to contest your layup. For this layup, you dribble the ball with the opposite leg down and the opposite hand, and then you dribble, then you smash it up high, and then you score it like this. All right, with the outstretched arm, and it's a swooping in. It's not like a traditional layup where you're just shooting like this. You're swooping in with your entire arm extended. And I noticed that a lot of small kids, especially, they shoot a layup like a jump shot. That's not how you're supposed to shoot a layup because if you're going fast enough, you shouldn't need all that arm strength. The arm strength just makes you guys shoot the ball too far, which is why a lot of small kids, first grade through fourth grade, they end up shooting a layup that is harder and goes further than LeBron James shoots his layups. All right, and you guys aren't as strong as LeBron James, so why are you guys throwing the ball as far as him? So you want to make sure that it's just your wrist shooting the ball and while your arm is extended. All right, so those are the swoop layups. Again, you can look at our videos online for the drills. Again, it's Limitless Hoops. If you click on drills, you can see all the videos for all of our drills that we talk about every single day. If you buy the book, you can follow along with it through the drills, through the challenges that we have every single day, through the homework that we have every day as well, and even through the movies that we tell our kids to watch. All right, it's almost the end of the month, by the way. So if you have watched a movie, let me know. All right, the movie for there's a whole bunch of movies for every single grade, but the grades that we have right here, right now, are Leandre's grade. And Leandre's the third grader. He has to watch Miracle. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he hasn't watched that. He would have told us about it. But if you watched it, Leandre, let us know. All right. Other drills for elementary. It's meet post on break. All right. What this is if a big guy's running down the court, you can't wait on the block until he gets to you. What you want to do is meet him at the elbow so that when he hits you, he's going to push you further down. So if you wait till you're on the block, if you just stand there on the block and you wait for this big guy to run down on a fast break, he's going to hit you and then back you up 3 feet. And guess where you are? You're underneath the basket. That's not good. So what you want to do is instead of being on the block as he's running down on the court and staying here until he hits you, you want to meet him halfway and you want to hit him as hard as you can, make him go behind you, and then he'll still push you because he's still stronger, right? He'll hit you and then you'll go down and you won't even get to the block. So now instead of a deep post up where you're underneath the basket, now you'll have a far away from the basket post up, and now he has to dribble the ball 3 times to even score. So that's how you do it, by taking care of your work early. All right. Then we have all out deny great players. All right. This is one of my favorite ones to talk about because it takes a huge mentality. It does take defensive skill to do this, but most of it's just mentality. How much can a kid focus? Okay. Because if they have a player that's lighting us up on the other side, we have to deny that player. All right. Usually we're in help side. Usually we jump off to deny, go to help side, show on screens. We have all these rules, right? Rotate down. Well, if they have a player who's dominant, we might want you to just X that player out. But we'll only pick a kid who is extremely good mentally. All right. And if we have that kind of player, we'll say, hey, you deny him. X him out. All right. And then what that player should do is to sprint up, stay on them, and just stare at that person's chest. Wherever they go, you go. If someone's behind you, who cares? If the rebound's over there, who cares? If the ball rolls behind your legs, who cares? If they need you for help side, who cares? You only guard this one person, and you make sure that they don't touch the ball at all. You don't forget. You focus on the entire time that they have the ball. All right, and you just go. Sorry, it's not in the live stream yesterday because there was no electricity. I know. I haven't mentioned that. There was no electricity yesterday. By the way, you're a third grader. You got some pretty good writing skill. I like that. You missed a comma though after the sorry. All right. So you all out deny great players, and if that player happens to get the ball, what the team does is they wait for his first dribble. So you want to stay close. Don't give him a shot. And as he dribbles, now someone should come with a double team. All right. But that should be rare because you should be denying. And the extra hard part is after we shoot the ball or make our miss, you have to go from being an offensive player to immediately thinking and finding that person. There is no time off for you mentally. All right. That's all I deny great players. Next one is miss the free throw on purpose. We actually practiced this. And I don't know if we should practice missing shots, but we do practice missing free throws on purpose. My iPad gives me suggestions to write. Don't blame it on your iPad. iPads don't suggest commas. That's why. Anyways, so to miss the free throw on purpose, this is if you're down by 2, down by 1, down by 3, something like that, and you need to miss the free throw on purpose. So probably not when you're down by 1, but if you're down by 2 with 1 free throw, down by 3, you might need to miss it on purpose. And to ask a player to do this out of nowhere is a hard thing. All right, you can't just ask them, "Hey, miss this one on purpose," because some people haven't practiced at it. All right, and hitting the front of the rim is very hard to make it come back. Throwing it sky high is also kind of hard. All right. So the way that I suggest to do it, and again, you might have your own solution. I try to give people as much of a chance to rebound as possible. So I can't leave the free throw line until the ball hits the rim, but everyone else can. So shooting with arc is good because the straighter that you throw it and the straighter that it lands, the inside people have a better chance of getting the rebound. But if it bounces high, then everyone has a chance. And you want everyone to have a chance, including your players. So you want to throw it with a little bit of arc. I mean, like not like crazy arc, but a good arc. As high as the backboard possibly. And then I suggest that you bank it. Because when it hits the backboard, it gives even more time. You want to bank it. And it's also harder to make a banked shot from straight ahead. Then lastly, you want to aim to the right or to the left. If you're right-handed, aim to the right. so that it never crosses the goal. If you're left-handed, aim to the left. So you try to bank it to make it go in, basically, but aiming to the right, as if the rim were moved that way. You should not miss the shot bad enough to make it go in. All right. So that will give everyone a chance to rebound it. It'll give a funky bounce that no one has really seen. And you guys have a chance to take care of the ball and to get the rebound and to get it fouled again, maybe to get 2 more shots, or to kick it out to your 3-point shooters if you need a three-pointer. Last one is 10 plus seconds down by 3. Baseline out of bounds. All right, so it's more than 10 seconds. You're down by 3, baseline out of bounds. All right, defensively, you want to make sure that you're not giving up quick shots. You want them to use the clock. Defensively, you also want to make sure that you're not giving up three-pointers, though, as well. So make them drive. Heavy on the closeouts, make them drive. All right, you don't want to overcommit if they drive. You want to play solid defense. Don't give them quick layups. But if they get anything, they should only get a layup in the end. All right, offensively, you want to make sure that you get the ball in safely. All right, by screening outside. If you do get a good look, you can shoot it right away, especially for a 3. If you get a good look for a 2 within like 5 seconds, take it. Take the quick 2 because there's more than 10 seconds. But since you're down by 3, if you get the ball, you're not wide open. Look to penetrate and kick. Penetrate and pass it out. And you look for 3s, and you can look to shoot early in the clock so that you can possibly get a rebound. On this play, we should have no back person. All right, everyone should be crashing, all 5 players or all 4. You don't want to count the shooter as a crasher. All right, and that's what we have right there. And again, the quote of the day is "Only hope remains." All right, so the last 2 are last late second clock situations where most people get like really, really frustrated. I know that my brother Kendrick, you guys should know him. He gets so scared at the end of games. He gets so sad. It's weird. And not just our games, but when he watches the Lakers play and the Dodgers play, every time they lose one game, he just gives up on everything. He's like, no, it's horrible. We're the worst team ever. All right. Like in games with like our adult league team, we're down by 15. He's just like, oh, we can't win now. I can be down by 40 with 5 minutes left. And I'm just like, calculating ways that we can possibly win. All right. The Lakers lose. I'm like, it happens. No one's perfect. All right. I don't freak out. Now we're both LA guys. That's why I'm saying LA. So sorry, guys. Champions, what? And the Dodgers, oh, they're up 3-2. I don't even watch baseball, and I know that. All right. Anyways, so overall, you have to keep hope. Keep hope alive, no matter what. It's all good. You'll figure it out, chill, and then slowly work your way back into the game. All right. Or if you have 3 seconds left, it can go in. It can go in, but only if you do things the right way with your head above you. All right. Middle school workouts. I'm going to say these a lot faster. If you have any questions, let me know. These are 1-on-1, 5 seconds from half, 3-on-3, no dribbles, post positioning on wing. Oh, post positioning on the swing. Sorry. Unintentional. Intentional foul, fouling with fouls to give, and up by 5 with 3 minutes left. All right. For high school, it's clockwork passing drill, zone cutting, ball and hold drill, jump ball positioning, taking the last shot, and post entry plus kick out. All right. Those are all the drills. And I was speaking about Dylan and Finn. I've not seen Finn's post lately, and I haven't seen Dylan's post lately. And I made a huge challenge to Dylan yesterday. Huge. I mean, I've made him challenges before. Let me think. About like 2 months ago, I made a challenge for him to get better managing his time, to basically try to show up on time, try to like never miss days. And then the very next day, he had to skip a day. And then the day after that, he came 20 minutes late. And I was like, dude, I just told you that like everyone thinks that you guys don't manage time. And then the very next day you miss. And then a couple of weeks ago, I challenged him to be like Steph Curry, to come an hour before practice, an hour before, let's do this thing. Or like come 30 minutes before, come sometime before I show up. All right. And he said, yes, I'll do it. I was like, are you sure? He goes, I'll do it. From now on, I was like, no, lower time. He goes, okay, how about for a week? I was like, nope, you're not good enough. How about 2 days? He goes, okay. So he was going to try it. And the first day, he wanted to skip. And he had to skip because of surfing. And I was like, "What happened? You just told me that you're gonna be this whole new person, and now you gotta go surfing?" So, okay, so today was gonna be another big day. I was gonna actually, play him one-on-one, and I was gonna teach him a lesson and go at him, and then, he shows up, and I think he would've been very excited to play me one-on-one, but he goes, "Hey, I know we just had a talk yesterday, but I got hurt, and now his knee hurts." Alright? About a week ago, his ankle was hurt, maybe a week and a half ago, and, when I think about that is, it's either he's very weak or he's very unlucky. Both of those people don't make it. That's what I believe. All right. So he needs to either get stronger or to get luckier. All right. And since he's so unlucky, I told him this story. All right. And I'll share it with you guys as well. All right. It's actually in our book as one of the many stories that we tell. It's not the story today, though, but I'll talk about that later. Or maybe I'll mention that now. So before I get to this new story, I'll tell you the story of the day. Story of the day is the human mind can only take so much, and we're all bound to hit the wall eventually. Just make sure when you hit that wall to keep going. Break the wall down by sheer force and unwillingness to even slow down a bit. That's easily your best chance. All right, the human mind's weak. We're all a little weak. But when you hit that wall, keep going. All right, no matter what, you keep going. Now, for Dylan, um, the story in the book, I forget exactly how it goes, but it talks about Deion Sanders, I believe, Elton John, and some other people too. Maybe The Rock is one of them. And it's these people who have different names, right? And I told him this story about this girl named Stephanie Germanotta. Stephanie Germanotta. I'll write her name in the comment section because it's spelled weird. Even Stephanie spelled weird. And Stephanie Germanotta, she was told by her classmates in college because she was a singer that she would never be famous. They even made a Facebook group that said, "Stephanie Germanotta, you will never be famous," as like a joke. But like people started joining and they were making fun of her. She didn't like that too much. And that was like 15 years ago or something. And now Stephanie Germanotta is not famous. But Lady Gaga is famous. Stephanie Germanotta changed her name to Lady Gaga. Didn't just change her name. She just said, "Call me Lady Gaga," because Stephanie sucks. Stephanie's a scared girl. Stephanie's worried about her being ugly. She was very, very ugly. Even she says it. I think she's okay. She's kind of ugly. It's okay. But Stephanie didn't have the goals. Stephanie wasn't tough. Stephanie was not the person that was going to be a superstar. So she created Lady Gaga. And since then, Lady Gaga, if you've never heard of her, she's one of the most famous singers in the entire world. She's won awards for singing, awards for movies, awards for TV, and like other awards. Like she's the only person who's ever won all those awards. Um, she's amazingly flamboyant. She's crazy. But when she talks about Stephanie, she's mentioned a few times. She goes, "I don't like when my fans call me Stephanie. It's only reserved for close family and close friends." And she goes, "I don't want to be Stephanie. I left that person a long time ago." She doesn't like Stephanie. All right. Yet when she did her latest movie, she said that she had to rediscover who Stephanie was because it was a part of her. And with all these people who changed their name, there's a saying in the Elton John movie that says, "Sometimes you have to kill the person you were born to become the person that you want to be." And you have to you have to be a certain type of player to be great at basketball. You have to be really, really tough. And sometimes we just weren't born that way. Sometimes we were. I think I don't know what I was born to be, but I've definitely changed in some regards. Again, you've probably heard me stutter a zillion times. I'm a stutterer. I shouldn't be talking, yet I just decide to. So this isn't really John talking. This is like my alter ego talking, okay? And when I get like super like, cocky in games, I'm not really cocky in real life, but I can pretend to be. I can pretend to be. All right. And I'm also not that tough. I didn't grow up in a tough neighborhood. All right. I grew up, when I was younger, I grew up in a tough neighborhood, but then we moved out of it. And my mom was always like spoiling me. And I faked being tough. It hurt. I felt the pain. I didn't want to fight. I've never really fought anyone my entire life. But in games, I'm ready to fight all the time. Every single game. If someone hits me, I say, I like that. I'm lying. I'm lying. So I'm like these people a little bit, right? Not as great as they are. But um, I wanted to give Dylan a new name. All right. And the name that I gave him, I told him on the basketball court, I wanted to be this guy. Because on the basketball court, Dylan is not tough enough. Not Dylan Devaney. He's not tough enough. He's not. He would never throw an elbow at someone. Never. That is not who Dylan is. He's a nice, nice guy. And that's good. It's very, very good for life. You can be like that 99.99% of life. But when you're on the basketball court, it doesn't work. Not if you don't want to be, not if you want to be good. All right. So Dylan Devaney, he couldn't do his planks on the ground for that long. He had to become someone else. And Dylan Devaney was always late to every single workout, even though it was in his backyard. So he had to become someone else. And the person that we made up, what's up, Dylan? We're talking about you, man. And right now, he's on right now. Now his name is Dylan. All right. Dylan, tell us what your new name is, man. When you're on the basketball court, what you got? Are you a believer in it? Waiting for it. Let's see what it is. Sway. There we go. All right. I looked up the definition of the word sway. And sway is when you rock back and forth, right? And that's like Dylan crossing the ball over and being smooth. Because I don't need him to be like LeBron James and hit people. Nah, to be smooth. But you're gonna lull people to sleep because the other definition of sway is when you sway an election or sway like a country, and that's sway is when you what does it say? It says like sway is when you rule. Yeah. Sway is when you like rule over something. Like you're the person in charge. All right. So I want him to hit like that. So he's in charge of everything. And also Sway sounds really, really cool. So that's his name. Whenever you see him on the basketball, call him Sway. All right. And if I were him, I would introduce myself like that. If people didn't know me on a basketball court and I was playing basketball and they're like, what's your name? I'll be like Sway. All right. And if my friends call me that, all good. But if I get introduced and I'm on the basketball court, my name's Sway. And if I start playing like it, everyone will start calling me that. I don't need to tell anyone to call me that. I can just introduce myself as that. You can call me whatever you want, but you'll notice that I'm a different person. Because when you try to take the ball from me and I throw a bow at your face and I take it back, and you're like, whoa, that is not Dylan. And you don't have those eyes. You have a new set of eyes out there. That even your friends will know to call you something different when you're on the court. All right. I was something different. I was always the smiley kid, super nice. When I was on the basketball court, I was all business. Everyone knew I was someone different. Everybody knew. All right. So for Sway right here, I want him to know that he's someone different on the court. Someone who's not going to be late. Someone who's not going to constantly be hurt. He's been hurt twice in the last 2 weeks. Has had things come up twice and some other things. And like I told everyone before, Dylan, the last 3 times that I've challenged you, when I said that your family's always late to stuff, the very next day you skipped. And the day after that, you came 20 minutes late. And then the time when I told you to be like Steph Curry to come early, I think it might have been the very next day, maybe the day after. The very next day, you skipped immediately. And then this time when I was gonna challenge you personally, and I challenged you guys again yesterday. Today, you skipped. And it could be either you being weak or it could be you having really, really bad luck. And if you have really, really bad luck, you need to cut it out. All right? Because Dylan has bad luck. And if it's you being weak, cut it out. It's Dylan being weak. All right? So whatever it is, we need Sway. All right? Let me know if you can practice this week. I don't know if your leg's that bad because I can sleep in. I will definitely take the sleeping in. I love sleep. I hate waking up in the morning, but I just do it. And I do it for you. So if you can't work out, I can sleep in. Maybe we can just FaceTime or something like that if you want to chat. All right. I don't know. So let me know if you can make it. But again, Sway can go. And I also think that you need to hear the motivational story. I mentioned it earlier, and it's the human mind can only take so much. That's what you feel at a minute and a half, and all those planks. That's what you feel. The human mind can only take so much. All right, and we're all bound to hit the wall eventually. Just make sure when you hit the wall to keep going. All right, break that wall down by your sheer force and unwillingness to even slow down a little bit. All right, that's easily your best chance of making it through that pain. All right, so Sway, we need you. Did you happen to check out the webpage that I sent you? I don't need anyone else seeing it. You saw it. Did you look at it? Let me know. Anyways, to finish up, the movies that you guys were supposed to watch. You saw it. All right, cool. All right, the movies to watch. We have 4 more days right before Halloween to watch the movies. Again, don't know if you guys are watching these. I'll say them anyway because they are dope before the movies change. We have Rookie of the Year for first grade, The Sandlot for second grade. Oh my God, I gotta talk about that movie in a second. Miracle for third, Rocky 4, Rocky Balboa, Senna for sixth, Run Fat Boy Run, Tin Cup for eighth, Moneyball, Slapshot, Semi Pro, and Tyson for 12th. Now, about Sandlot. We had a Sandlot play. All right. And I don't watch baseball. I don't. But the Tampa Bay, wait, what are they called? The Florida Marlins, Tampa Bay Marlins, whatever they're called. Tampa Bay is playing against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the World Series. And it is two games to and the player on Tampa Bay, the only 3 people have tried doing in the last 70 years. While the pitcher had the ball, first he bats, he gets on base. Then he's still second and then steals third. So he's on third. And they're down by 1 in like the 4th inning to the Dodgers. And they need 1 point to tie the game. And then the next batter just gets out. The next batter gets out. And he's like waiting to go home. He's right there. And then the next thing he did has not been done. It's only been done 3 times in 70 years. All right. One was with Jackie Robinson back in like the 50s. That was one time. And Jackie Robinson did it successfully. 2 was in the 80s, and that guy didn't make it. 3 happened 2 nights ago. This guy saw a left-handed pitcher go like this. His back was to him. And then from third base, he just took off. And tried to steal home. All right. The balls that it takes to try to steal home during the World Series when every run matters is enormous. And the first baseman jumps off and goes, he's stealing, like that. And the pitcher just turns and just throws it home and got him out by this much. He was this close to being a hero. And everyone was like, did a coach tell you to do that? And he goes, no, it's all me. I thought I could make it. And he was trying to carry his team on his back. And I think that like many people are like faulting him for that. No, that was the most ballsy, amazing thing I've ever seen. Like I have so much respect for this guy because he felt like you guys aren't doing it. I'm going to do it myself. And he did something that's only been done 3 times in 70 years. And he tried. All right. And he almost made it. Oh, he was that close. All right. And they may still win. They may lose, but I'm not going to forget that. All right. He went for it and he went for it all. I say you guys should be just as brave. Okay. All right. That guy, he had a little sway in him. All right. And so go for it. Even when people think that you're not going to do it. Even when people think that you're just Stephanie Germanotta. All right. If you're Stephanie Germanotta and you can't make it, you're this ugly girl, still make it. Just change who you are if you have to. All right. You're The Rock. You're Elton John. All right. You're freaking prime time Deion Sanders. All right. You're all these people who like said, I'm not this person anymore. This is what you call me. This is what I am. And then you can change back to the nice guy after the game. I promise. All right. It pays to be a great person in real life. Not on the basketball court. You got to be a jerk. You got to be a killer. You got to be a winner. All right. You got to be Sway. All right. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. We only have one more spot left for a few days for our live stream, not for our live stream, for the isolation workouts at 5 o'clock at Tice Valley. Make sure that you sign up if you want in, because once it's done, it's done. All right, I'll see anyone who's gonna is gonna be there for the workout. See y'all later. Peace.